Welcome to another scene in World of Darkness DC, where it seems like Veronica has something to tell to Sierra, but she doesn't know that at the moment because she is reading through a really big book at the back of Arcane Books, having, completely oblivious to what's going on in the outside world at the moment.
So, Veronica comes into Arcane Books looking for Sierra, and presumably somebody else is working the counter if Sierra's...
It's probably Sasha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, Veronica says, "Hi, Sasha. Have you seen Sierra?"
Yeah, she's in the back.
Okay, so Veronica goes into the back looking for Sierra.
You go into the back. It's typically the same room that she's in, that you met her in before. Big room, a lot of tools, and a big paper smell kind of wafts in when you open the door. When she opens the door, and you see Sierra there with a giant ass book, reading, and it looks very old, and she seems to be reading through it, and also writing some notes down on a notebook.
Hey, Sierra, what you reading?
Oh, hey, Veronica. Guessing Sasha let you in.
Hey there.
Or were you looking for more books? And she smiles.
I'm looking for you.
Oh, okay. What's up? What did you need? She closes the book and puts her notebook to the side and gets closer for the conversation.
Veronica closes the door. She says, "I learned a few more interesting things."
Great.
Remember that website that investigating?
You guys took that down when you were searching through it, right?
No, I've been leaving it open as a honeypot so that we can find out more.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got to share?
I figure if people log into it... Well, I found out some people in the area who logged into it.
No way.
Yeah. A few of them, you might be surprised to hear some of their names. For one, Commander Johansson. I don't know if that name rings a bell to you.
That guy. He is the commander of Black Wolf and was one of the individuals, I presume it was him, at the child auction.
Okay, yeah. Then...
It makes sense that he was accessing that information. He was the one who's... it seems that his company is the one who kidnaps the individuals after all.
That makes sense. Then, of course, this name should come as no surprise to you. Lady Amelia.
Lady Amelia?
Is accessing it. Of course, considering that she's the one that funds it, that only makes sense.
She's probably the one who's funding these whole operations all over the world, so it makes sense that she's... Oh, boy.
I found out a little about her, actually. She's a duchess from Europe.
Oh, really? She goes.
Yeah. And apparently her husband was killed by unusual means, but there was no investigation.
I remember that part of the information I got, yeah.
And then she knows all his money.
But that just where?
Then she owns all his property and money, so...
So
trying to find out more about that.
Mysterious means. Well, that's going to be a tough one.
Right.
I'm not sure if you can get that via the computer. You might have to...
Probably not going to be able to find that out, but it stands to reason that she had him killed. I mean, that's not much of an assumption there.
That or someone killed him to give the power to her. Either way. There's always a bigger fish,
That's possible. Yeah, true.
By the way...
Could be someone...
You said she's a duchess of what?
Oh. Somewhere in Europe.
Huh. Definitely seemed regal in that aspect.
I guess hence the lady.
Yeah.
In her title. Then let's see. There were an FBI agent and a CIA agent that accessed it.
What? Well, I could see that
Yeah.
making sense.
Agent Jones of the FBI and Agent Johnson of the CIA.
This is out of character. I'm typing this shit down.
Okay.
An agent who of the CIA?
Agent Johnson. Pretty generic names these guys have.
Yeah, I have a feeling those aren't their real names, but hey.
That makes sense.
I'm trying to. Lately, I haven't been having the chance to get any more information myself, so sorry if I'm a little dry on my end.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to update you. Then there's a certain Senator Woodward, who's a representative from California.
What?
Yeah, and he's chair, or not he's chair. Sorry, skip that part. He's part of the Senate Oversight Committee. Oh, wait, no. He is the chair of the Senate Oversight Committee and the Senate Appropriations Committee, which means he's kind of like a big deal.
What is that guy? And he's been accessing the website too?
Yep.
And
Which could mean the
he
U.S.
was
government is looking into funding this kind of research, maybe for some kind of military application.
Maybe that's why the U.S. has started the government and the FBI and the DA are starting to shut down the Camarilla and the Guru. Maybe they're not. Maybe these guys aren't. Maybe these government agents and Lady Amelia are at odds, or they're just, or she's manipulating them to get them to hunt us, which makes sense too.
That seems pretty reasonable to me.
Those are just suspicions.
Does seem to be in the place of power here, and if she's the one who's investing the most money into this, she stands the most to gain if the government takes part in it. You said that was mostly mortals there, right?
Those are
From
mortals.
what I remember, it was mostly mortals.
Mostly mortals there. There were black spiral dancers, and there were I forgot what you could. I think there were some strange dogs. Let's just say they looked normal. They only look normal. But other than that, everyone else is mortal.
It makes more and more sense now to me. You know what they probably wanted all those children for? Is they were probably doing tests on them.
All I'm going to say is yes, that seems most likely.
Sure. So that's pretty much what I've got for you here, but I thought you might want to know that because that's not
honestly
small.
I can't give you some advice on something.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I already told you this last time, but Happy Times Toys is definitely a big part of their operation.
Huh. Interesting. I'll look into
part
that.
Of their operation. They are definitely. I have a feeling that's either where some stuff is going on with the missing shifters and vampires, or other stuff, because that's how the kids were being lured. That's how the kids were, quote unquote, chosen. Seems like you buy the toys at the toy store, and then depending on how the toy reacts to the kid, that's when they go and pick him up. And it was Black Wolf that seems to be going after him. So it's all connected. And remember, if you start, what I'm starting to notice is that none of these things are separate. Every little thing that seems to be propping up, some sort of plot, some sort of anything, some sort of strange thing. It's almost, eventually when you start doing some digging, you eventually find out that it's connected. So it's typically safe to assume that.
Yeah, Lady Amelia seems to be the one who's behind a shitload of this.
It is, but that doesn't mean she's the biggest fish.
No, not necessarily. It's probably someone in the shadows.
Mm-hmm. And I guess one last thing is, if you find any guys and if you find if you find any guy in a black hood, chase them or find out what you can about them. Find a way to take it off and see who it is.
Oh,
You remember
that guy?
that guy who came into the bookstore? Wait, was it out of character? Was it Helena that was there, or was it Veronica?
No, that was Veronica that was there.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Huh.
Hmm. She looks down to her side. You know, next time you do see, call your friends and run them down. I think that's what I'll be doing if I ever come across him or her again.
Sure.
Because they definitely seem to be lieutenant. He definitely seems to be a lieutenant at the very least.
Huh. Interesting.
At least by the way he was talking about his master.
Uh, huh.
So other than that, I don't got anything for you. But hey, if we have another one of these little meetings, maybe I'll have something next time.
Cool. Well, I'll see what I can find out and I'll try to bring something back for you next time, too.
Awesome. These names will definitely help. Let's see if I can do some investigating on this. At least find
Cool.
someone who can.
That sounds good.
Alrighty. Anyway, thanks, Veronica. Hey,
Yep.
I'm about to head out of
What's up?
here. You want to get a bite to eat? She
You
shrugs.
remember, I don't really eat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Well,
appreciate the gesture, though.
eh, well, I tried. She smiles.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway, later, Veronica.
See ya.